The 4th of July is coming up. Today's episode is going to be all about America. I'm going to be discussing the best American mile runners, and I'm going to be eating a food challenge inspired by the most American of movies, Forrest Gump. So let's run a fast mile. Today's lesson will be a brief summary of how American mile runners stack up compared to world record holders, and we'll go over a few of our most notable athletes. The mile is an interesting middle distance. Typically, Jamaicans dominate short sprints, while super long distances are dominated by Kenyans, Ethiopians, and other Eastern Africans. In the mile, the current world record holder for men is Moroccan Hikam El Garouj, and for women, it is Russian Svetlana Masterkova. And the mile is really anyone's game, and I think that's what makes it the most exciting athletic event. The first sub-4-minute mile runner was Great Britain's Roger Bannister, who ran a 3:59.4 in 1954. Just 3 years later, we had our first American sub-4-minute miler, and that was Don Bowden. He was almost a full second faster than Bannister, but unfortunately for Don, he never got the chance to hold the world record since John Landy of Australia had run a 3:58 flat in 1954. So we fast forward another decade, and we have Jim Ryan, an American high school student who ran a 3:55 mile while he was only a 17-year-old junior in high school. 2 years later, at age 19, Jim would bring the world record to the USA. He ran a 3:51. Fast forward a few more years, and we've got Olympian Steve Scott, who ran a 3:47 in 1982. Not quite a world record at the time, though. It would be a full 25 years before Alan Webb came along to break Steve's record. Webb, in 2001, set the high school record by running an amazing 3:53 mile. In 2007, Webb ran a 3:46, which is currently the 8th fastest mile ever. We've had a lot of great women milers in the U.S. as well. On 3 separate occasions throughout the 1980s, Mary Decker would claim and reclaim the world record by running a 4:21, a 4:18, and a 4:16. Just last year, Olympian Jenny Simpson from Florida ran just under 4:20. And she also does hurdles and steeplechase events. We also have Shannon Rowbury, who ran a 4:20 in 2008. So we have good representation in the mile. A lot of great American athletes have run fast miles, and I'm hoping to do the best I can. So 5:25 was my mile time. I've run fast that off camera. I had a couple of good weeks of practice leading up to that. But all I can do now is move forward, and I'll try to forget about that by eating a nice dish here. So this is the Forrest and Jenny special, as I'm calling it, because if you remember from Forrest Gump, Forrest and Jenny went together like peas and carrots. So this is a total of 6 pounds of peas and carrots, and I threw 3 Tina's burritos on top of that just because I had them in my freezer for like a month, and I kind of need to get rid of them. So in total, with all the trimmings and everything, this is about 7 pounds. I'm going to eat it at a fast rate, and I will do my best. I think it'll be pretty good. So here we go. Jenny would be proud. All done. In case you're wondering, this is marinara sauce. The peas and carrots have no taste at all, so this really it just helps break up the monotony of the peas and carrots. Anyway, that will do it for this episode. See you next time.